We actually don't do sales calls, and I haven't for 5 years. We actually close all our stuff in 5-minute videos.
Cool, I'm here with Frankie. Hey, Frankie.
What's up, brother? Show the big guns.
So you've literally had over 1,000 agency clients in dozens of different niches, right?
Correct.
What are you finding that's working right now to get clients?
I'll tell you, my favorite beginner thing is everybody teaches doing one-to-one outreach, but it's the most crowded way to reach people. It's the most competitive. I like just doing either on Facebook or LinkedIn, depending on where your audience is. I'll friend a bunch of those people, and then I'll put what I call little hand raiser posts of like, hey, if we could do this for you, who would be interested, drop a comment. And the magic of it is they think they found you rather than you strategically. So like if I'm trying to sell roofers and I don't know any roofers, I'll go add 100 roofers on LinkedIn, make a post, and they'll go, hey, I saw your post about blah, blah, blah. And in their mind, they discovered you, which changes the power dynamic. It's super easy. It's free. It takes 10 minutes to do. And you can add 100 of them, in 3 days or whatever. You can actually do it in a day most times.
And what does the actual post say, the hand raiser post?
Usually I call it an offer summary. So I had a mentor who said years ago, if you can't sell your offer in 1 to 3 sentences, there's no amount of VSLs or copy or pages. So I usually just summarize like, hey, if we could do this thing for you, would you be interested? And it's related to a promise, not the service. So like the difference is like if I'm doing, pay-per-click is a service. I don't say, hey, if we did pay-per-click for you, would you want to buy it? I say, hey, if we could get you 50 to 100 people this month on a $3,000 budget who are interested in getting emergency toilet repair, drop a comment below if you'd like to hear more about it. And I get instant real-time feedback from like actual roofers, would you buy this? It also saves me a lot of time of like building websites and, like trying to optimize 80,000 things if nobody's going to buy it. Because if nobody says me and raises their hand, I just try the next promise and try something else. And people have short attention spans on social media. They won't remember that you're the same guy who posted something else 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, 100%. And they'll think you're some sort of wizard for showing up on their feed,
Yeah, totally.
even though they accepted the friend request.
Yeah, totally.
So once you do the hand raiser post, somebody reaches out, what do you do on the sales call to actually get them to close?
We actually don't do sales calls, and I haven't for 5 years. We actually close all our stuff in 5-minute videos and includes like all the details everybody hides behind, like the price and all that. And I actually taught it to one of my students, and he told me like just a couple weeks ago, they closed 800 clients this year without talking to a single one of them. And there's still 2 months to go, so he probably hit 1,000.
Okay, so I have to hear this. Like, what's in the video?
Just nude pics, my OnlyFans. No. So a big part of it is I learned that if you demonstrate an outcome that you create for a client, and the simplest thing to demonstrate is what happens after you do your service. So I mentioned we did stuff for personal injury attorneys. Rather than saying, hey, we'll run Facebook ads or, it's $2,000 a month for the service, I just play an example phone call for like 10 seconds. Hey, my name's Keaton. I hurt my back in an accident, and I was wondering if you guys could help me out. And I go, hey, you'll get 50 to 100 of these every month. And if you do a good demonstration, which is more about picture or audio than actual words, but you show them the thing that's going to happen for them, they usually get your service like 1,000 times faster. Plumbers don't understand Facebook ads or Google or SEO, but if you show them like, hey, this is what's going to happen, these kind of people are going to call you, then they want it. And then towards the end of it, everybody asks like, do you show the price? And I realized something years ago that price is actually irrelevant. So if I say, hey, Keaton, I got a car for sale, it's $5,000, do you want it? It's like, it's not a deal, it's not a ripoff until you know what kind of car you're gonna get. So what I learned to do is when we tell them the price, you have to contextualize it with whatever they're gonna get. So like, the example I use, it's $2,000 a month and you're gonna get 50 to 100 kind of phone calls of this type. They're not buying the $2,000 a month, they're buying the fact that the 50 to 100 phone calls a month is more valuable than the price. And I realized if you know how to contextualize price, everybody else says like, never mention your price until they talk to you for an hour, and I used to do all that, and now I'm just like, no, here's the price, here's what you get. If you want to get started, here's what to do. And then we literally just tell them how to buy it. Click the orange button below, fill out the form, and blah, blah, blah. And but don't assume they know how to buy it. Like, one person uses Stripe, another person uses QuickBooks, another person uses PayPal, another person sends an invoice. So I just literally just walk them through how to buy it and go. And then I'll usually have hey, if you got a question, here's how you can ask a question. And almost always the only questions I get are, hey, here's my unique situation. Would it still work for me? Like, I know you showed that example in Orlando, but I'm in Frog Balls, Arkansas. Does it still work in Frog Balls, Arkansas? Yeah, it still works in Frog Balls, Arkansas. You just won't get as many calls as you would in Orlando kind of thing. Yeah.
Is it a custom Loom video for every person, or it's the same video on a page every single time?
The answer to that's both. So when it's a brand new offer and I haven't had somebody say yes to it, I send a custom video. When I get used to people hearing yes, which usually there's often an objection in there. Like almost always the objection is like, that sounds similar to something I tried before, and then you have to kind of articulate how it's different. But once I get used to people saying yes, which usually just takes a couple of attempts, then I just one video to rule them all. It's the same video for everybody. The only little personalization I'll do is in the message where I send the video. Hey Keaton, I know you're trying to make this thing work in Frog Balls, Arkansas. Check out this video. I put all the details just so you can check it out on your own time. And what I wish I knew, clients actually prefer to be sold that way because they don't have to schedule, they don't have to waste time, they can consume your offer on the fucking shitter if they want. And so it's just so much easier for them to kind of make sense of it in their own way, on their own terms. And you don't have to worry about syncing up calendars and schedules and this implied pressure of a sales call. It's like the opposite of pressure. It's like, you watch it, you tell me. And you also save yourself an hour of talking to people who are broke.
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing worse than you spend an hour and they go, well, I don't have 2 nickels to rub together. It's been nice talking to you, right? Those people just watch a video and I never hear from them again.
It's like the Tim Ferriss thing he says in the 4-Hour Work Week. He went to his boss. He was cold calling all day. Everybody was at lunch, work, whatever. He was getting more done in the 30 minutes before work and the 30 minutes after work. And he went to his boss and just politely said, why are we doing this like idiots?
Yeah.
And
that's being an entrepreneur right
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Why are we doing this like idiots?
Cool. Thanks so much, man. That's great.
You got it, brother.
If you want to find out more about Frankie, his YouTube's below. Are there nude pics there, or
Just
is
feet
it?
pics.
Okay, just feet.
We're going to be OnlyFans models from now on. We're selling out for feet pics.
Thanks, bro.
You got it.
That was sweet.